Kai and Tan Songyun. Stunning appearance sparks more romance rumors. K-drama Haven family. There are moments in the world of entertainment that pass quickly, fleeting as the red carpet lights fade. And then, there are those rare, unforgettable nights that leave behind echoes. Nights that spark whispers, ignite imaginations, and live forever in the hearts of fans. And just recently, Kai and Tan Songyun gave us one of those nights. Hold on tight, K-drama Haven family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. Their latest stunning appearance did not just capture attention. It rewrote the narrative. It reignited rumors. And it reminded the world why these two stars, whenever they come together, are impossible to ignore. The stage is set. The evening began like any other high-profile event in China's glittering entertainment industry. Photographers lined both sides of the crimson walkway, lenses sharpened, ready to immortalize every second. Reporters huddled together, whispering predictions, waiting for the moment that would define the night. But no one, not the media, not the organizers, not even the season insiders, could have predicted just how seismic that moment would be. And then it happened. The arrival. First, Kai. Towering, magnetic, every inch the leading man. He wore a perfectly tailored suit, sharp lines balanced by the softness of his smile. His every step was measured, confident, as though he belonged not just on that carpet, but in history. Gasps rose from the crowd. The photographer's shutters quickened, capturing him from every angle. Kai had arrived, and he commanded attention like only he could. And then, Tan Songyun. She appeared like a vision, her gown cascading like liquid moonlight, shimmering under the glow of the flashes. Every detail spoke of understated elegance, the subtle sparkle of her jewelry, the natural grace in her movements, the warmth in her smile that seemed to soften the chaos around her. Together, their presence was electric. Side by side, Kai and Tan Songyun did not just walk a red carpet. They owned it. They transformed it. They turned it into a stage where reality blurred with fantasy. The glances that told a story. But what truly captivated hearts was not the outfits, nor the glamour, but the glances. Kai, leaning in slightly as she laughed. His eyes softened, not with the practiced charm of a star on display, but with something gentler, something real. Tan Songyun, brushing her hair behind her ear, smiling up at him, a smile that fans swore carried a secret, a smile too intimate to belong only to co-stars. It was not a performance. It was not a rehearsed pose. It was a language of its own, a silent exchange seen by millions, felt by everyone. The internet explodes. Within minutes, the world was watching. On Weibo, hashtags soared into the millions. On Instagram, fan accounts shared photo after photo, each one dissected like clues in a love story. On TikTok, edits appeared overnight, weaving together past interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and now, these new, electrifying moments. Look at the way he looks at her. She can't stop smiling when he's near. This isn't acting anymore. The comments poured in, wave after wave. Fans weren't just talking. They were believing. The power of memory. Part of the frenzy came from history. Kai and Tan Songyun's story has always been more than professional. From their very first drama together, audiences were quick to notice the way they breathed life into their characters. Their chemistry was too natural, too seamless, too alive to be brushed aside as mere performance. When they laughed together on set, it felt genuine. When they argued, it rang with truth. And when they fell in love on screen, millions of viewers secretly wished it wasn't just acting. Every new project, every joint interview, every candid photo became a piece of evidence in the case fans were building, that Kai and Tan Songyun were not just colleagues, but something far more. And now, with this appearance, that case has never felt stronger. Industry whispers. Of course, the entertainment industry thrives on whispers. And whispers that night grew louder. Behind closed doors, insiders spoke of how comfortable they seemed away from the cameras, how their conversations lingered long after others had moved on. Staff members claimed they noticed subtle gestures. Kai gently guiding Tan Songyun through the crowd, Tan Songyun laughing at something he whispered only to her. Some dismissed it as professionalism. Others were not so sure. Because in an industry built on illusion, true comfort is hard to fake. The protective gaze. One image stood out above the rest. A moment, captured by a single photographer, where Kai's expression shifted. The flashes were blinding, the crowd restless, and yet his focus was entirely on Tan Songyun. A protective gaze, almost instinctive, as though his only priority in that chaotic moment was her. That single frame spread like wildfire. Fans reposted it endlessly, calling it proof, calling it love, calling it the look every woman dreams of. The fans' dream. And that is what lies at the heart of this frenzy. The dream. The dream that one day, Kai and Tan Songyun will step forward, not as characters, not as colleagues, but as two people choosing each other. The dream of a confession, not scripted, but real. The dream of seeing them not only on screen, but in life. The dream of love that transcends drama, transcends rumor, and becomes truth. Fans cling to this dream not because they want to force it, but because everything about Kai and Tan Songyun together feels too perfect to ignore. The agencies stay silent. As always, their agencies remain silent. No denial. No confirmation. Just silence. And in that silence, fans find hope. Because silence can mean caution. Silence can mean protection. Silence can mean that there is something worth guarding. And so the rumors grow louder. Why this appearance matters. In the endless cycle of red carpets and press events, why has this particular appearance shaken the industry so deeply? Because it reminded the world of something rare. It reminded us that chemistry is not just acting. That sometimes, what shines on screen can spill into reality. That in a world of curated images and rehearsed poses, authenticity is still visible, and when it appears, it is unforgettable. Kai and Tan Songyun didn't just walk into an event. They walked into history, the legacy of their chemistry. Whether or not the rumors are true, one truth remains unshakable. Kai and Tan Songyun's chemistry has become legendary. It is studied by fans, whispered about by insiders, and cherished by millions. It is the kind of connection that outlasts roles, outshines gossip, and outlives the fleeting moments of the industry. And no matter what the future holds, their story is already etched into the hearts of those who believe in them. The media frenzy. The morning after their appearance, headlines exploded. Kai's gaze at Tan Songyun sparks dating speculation. More than co-stars? Fans can't stop talking about Kai and Tan Songyun. The chemistry that won't quit. Entertainment talk shows replayed the footage in slow motion, dissecting every glance, every smile, every fleeting brush of their hands. Journalists debated whether it was mere professionalism or something more intimate. In an industry where news changes daily, Kai and Tan Songyun's story lingered. It wasn't just a headline. It was a narrative, one too captivating to let go. The fans take over. But it wasn't the media alone keeping the fire alive. It was the fans. Edits flooded social platforms. Thousands of fan-made videos compiled their sweetest moments, pairing smiles with love songs, glances with whispered dialogue from past dramas. Hashtags soared to millions of mentions. Kai Tan Songyun forever. Protect this couple. Not just rumors. International fans joined in too, proving that their story wasn't confined to China. From Seoul to Los Angeles, from Manila to Paris, the love for Kai and Tan Songyun spread like wildfire. They were no longer just stars. They were symbols of the love fans longed to believe in. Agency's silence. Yet amid the frenzy, both Kai and Tan Songyun's agencies remained quiet. No denials. No clarifications. No official statements. And in the world of celebrity, silence is often louder than words. For fans, that silence was not dismissal, it was fuel. Fuel for hope. Fuel for dreams. Fuel for the belief that perhaps, just perhaps, there was something worth protecting. The private world. But away from the flashing cameras, what was happening? Insiders whispered about their closeness at private gatherings, about how Kai seemed protective of Tan Songyun in quieter moments, about how she seemed more at ease in his presence than with anyone else. Some claimed the two had been spotted dining together after long schedules, choosing cozy restaurants away from the spotlight. Others pointed to their matching accessories, subtle but noticed by eagle-eyed fans. Nothing confirmed, nothing official, but enough to keep the rumor alive. The dream of confirmation. And so the dream grew bolder. Fans began to imagine what it would look like if Kai and Tan Songyun finally confirmed their love. Would it be a surprise announcement? A handwritten letter shared on social media? Or perhaps something more dramatic, a joint appearance hand in hand before the world? The thought alone sent fandoms into overdrive. Artists drew illustrations of their imagined wedding. Writers penned stories of their life as a couple. Others speculated about a reality show, capturing their love for all to see. Because in the heart of every fan is a desire not just for romance on screen, but for proof of love off it. What if they confirmed? Imagine it. A quiet evening. Kai opens his account. Tan Songyun posts almost at the same time. The photos are simple, maybe a hand intertwined with another. A caption, gentle but clear. Yes, it's true. The internet would not simply react. It would explode. Fans would cry tears of joy. Edits would multiply by the thousands. Media outlets would scramble, each calling it the greatest love story to emerge from Chinese entertainment in years. It would no longer be speculation. It would be history, the risk and the reward. But love, especially in the world of entertainment, is never simple. Both Kai and Tan Songyun know the risks. Rumors can fuel careers, but confirmation can divide fans. Agencies fear backlash. Industry politics warn against distraction. And yet, the reward could be even greater. Because true love, openly shared, transcends the noise. It humanizes stars. It strengthens legacies. It proves that behind the scripts, behind the characters, behind the dazzling lights, there are two hearts beating in rhythm. And that is worth everything. Why their story matters. So, why does this particular rumor matter so much? Why does the world refuse to let it go? Because Kai and Tan Songyun represent more than themselves. They represent the dream that sometimes fiction becomes reality. That sometimes the most beautiful love stories are not written by screenwriters, but lived by the actors who bring them to life. Their smiles remind us of hope. Their glances remind us of destiny. Their presence together reminds us that love, real, raw, undeniable, still has the power to move the world. The ending or just the beginning. And so, the world waits. Waits for another stunning appearance. Waits for another glance, another smile, another moment that feels too real to ignore. Waits for the day when silence gives way to truth. Because whether rumor or reality, Kai and Tan Songyun's story is already unforgettable. It has captured hearts, dominated headlines, and carved itself into the legacy of modern romance in entertainment. And until the day comes when the truth is revealed, one fact remains clear. Together, Kai and Tan Songyun are magic. Together, they are legend. Together, they are the love story fans refuse to let go. This is K-Drama Haven.